Hi guys! So today we are going to be doing my Disney College Program bucket list! Woohoo! Okay guys, so obviously while I'm doing my DCP, there are a lot of things that I want to make sure that I do, and I thought the best way to do that would be to write down a list. So I have them all right here on my iPod. I don't think you can see that, but I just wanted to write them down. That way I don't forget what I'm doing, or if I ever have a day where I'm like, what should I really do? I can just look at my list and I'll already have some activities scheduled out. So there's a lot of different things on this list. Some things I've never done, some things I've done before but want to make sure I do on my program. Some are more broad. So I just wrote them all down so that we can remember, and I just want to make sure that I do these all in my program. So I do actually have an idea. I have a scrapbook. It's a bucket list book, and so I'm going to actually make that into more of a smash scrapbook kind of idea. So that's one thing about this. I have some things that are really obvious, some things that I will probably do a million times, but I am making a scrapbook, and so it's kind of like a guided scrapbook where I know exactly what I'm doing. So I am going to do that. So with that in mind, let's get started. Okay, so number one on my bucket list is become a cast member. Like I said, some of these are really obvious. Obviously, I'm going to be a cast member while I'm doing my Disney College Program, but I thought it'd be a good first page for my scrapbook, so I went ahead and wrote that so I could have pictures of me in my costume and me with my name tag. So obviously, number one, become a cast member. Number two, ride every ride in Magic Kingdom, ride every ride in Hollywood Studios, ride every ride in Animal Kingdom, and ride every ride in Epcot. Over the years, I've ridden every ride in every park. But honestly, I haven't done that for some time, because when you go, you try to hit all the big ones. You know, Everest, Space Mountain. You know, you hit the big ones that are your favorite. You don't always hit the little ones. So I just wanted to make sure that while I'm on my program, I ride every single ride, because honestly, with all the changes they're doing these days, who knows when I'll get a chance to ride these things again. So just want to make sure that while I'm on my program, I can say that I've ridden every ride in every park. Pick a pearl in Epcot, Japan. I did this once when I was on a cruise. I was really little, and honestly, I don't even know where my pearl necklace is anymore. But when you pick a pearl, you get to make a wish, and I just think it'd be really fun. I've always seen people do it. My sister actually did it a couple years ago, and so I'm really excited to be able to do my own. So the next thing is see Happily Ever After. Last time I went to Disney was last spring. I went with my dad, and it was one of the last few months they had wishes. So I'm really excited to be able to see the new Happily Ever After show. Meet the Fab Five. If you don't know who the Fab Five are, it's Mickey, Minnie, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto. So I just want to make sure that I get a picture with one of each of those during my program. Meet every princess. See Finding Nemo the musical. This is more of a formality. I'm definitely going to see this musical a million times, but it's important to me, so I put it on my bucket list. Disney Bound is a character and meet that character. If you don't know what Disney Bounding is, it's kind of like dressing up, but you do it in your normal clothes, and it's all about coloring and maybe like little details, like a little ring or a little necklace or something. So I've done Disney Bounding in the past, but I'm really excited to be able to do it and meet characters. I think that would be really fun, and I think that sometimes they respond really well when they see that you're dressed up kind of like them, so I'm excited to do that. Eat a Dole Whip. Again, I'm going to do this. I needed to put it on the list. 4 parks in one day. I know at least Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom have photo strip booths, so I'm hoping to see if Epcot and Hollywood Studios have them, because I think that'd be the coolest way to kind of like each park. So as long as I ride a couple rides and maybe get a picture with the icon, that's what I'm really hoping for. But if you guys know if there are photo strips in Epcot and Hollywood Studios, comment below where those are. Go to the park by myself. I know sometimes it can be hard when you're a DCP student to find people to go on the same schedule as you, since everyone's working or some people are busy. So this is something I'll probably be doing by myself anyway, but I thought it would be good to put it on my list just to like make sure I take time to go to the parks for myself and really just have a chance to take pictures and explore and do what I want and not on someone else's schedule. So I put that on my list to make sure that this is like the one time I can do that. So I want to really take advantage. Buy a Main Street balloon. They're so expensive and we never do it, but I need to take pictures with a Main Street balloon on Main Street. Empty Main Street picture. Become a galactic hero. I am so excited. I've been reading articles and practicing, and this is gonna happen, I know. Sit in the front row of Fantasmic and probably bring a poncho. Take the Wild Africa Trek. This is one of the most important things on my Disney College Program bucket list. If you don't know what the Wild Africa Trek is, it's a behind the scenes tour of the Kilimanjaro Safari ride, where you get to get up close with animals and you actually get to like eat lunch on the savannah. So I'm really, really excited about this one. It's something that me and my family have talked about for years, but it's expensive and it takes a lot of time. I think it's like 2 or 3 hours. And when you're there for only a few days, you don't want to take that much time to do something like this. But when I'm there in my program, it won't be a big deal to take 3 hours out of my day and go eat lunch on the Serengeti. So this is like number 1 on my list. I'm really excited about this one. Visit every resort. We've been to most of the resorts. We've even stayed at quite a few of them, but I've never actually been to every single resort. So that's something I want to do and explore while I'm on my program. Do the kitchen sink challenge. If you don't know what the kitchen sink challenge is, at the Yacht Club at Beaches and Cream, they have an ice cream sundae that has so many different types of ice cream. It has cake and cookies and brownies and an entire can of whipped cream on top of it. So that sounds like something that me and my roommates are gonna have to explore because that sounds awesome. And obviously I'm gonna need friends to help finish that. So definitely something that I want to try. Attend a luau. The pineapple bread is to die for. Watch fireworks from the Polynesian. Since the Polynesian is right across from Magic Kingdom, you can see the fireworks really easily. So I think it'd be fun to kind of get a Dole Whip and sit down and just not necessarily be in the whole hustle and bustle of the park, but still part of the Disney atmosphere, you know? Try LeFou's brew. I've never had it. Eat Mickey-shaped food. This means everything. I'm talking waffles, ice cream, Rice Krispie treats. Anything that is the shape of Mickey's head, I would like to eat it. So most of these things I've done, but it's just, it's not a Disney trip without a Disney waffle. Even if you live there, you gotta have at least one. Meet Mickey and Minnie in as many costumes as possible. Mickey and Minnie are obviously the icons of the park, so they get a lot of costume changes from park to park, from holidays. I want to meet them in as many costumes as possible. Go to a DCP housing event. So they have lots of housing events, and some of them will be working during, and some of them will be busy during, but they give you free food and they have characters. So I don't see any downside to this, honestly. About that. Eat a turkey leg. Crazily enough, I've never had a turkey leg at Disney World. I don't know how. It's one of the quintessential Disney experiences, and I've literally never done it. So that wrong needs to be righted. And now's the time. Do the Perry the Platypus challenge in Epcot. This is something me and my family did a couple years ago when it was still themed around Kim Possible, and we loved it. It's so fun. It's scavenger hunts. It's Perry the Platypus themed. So I'm really excited to be able to do the new one and see what they've changed or what they might have kept the same. So I'm really excited to do that. Get my joke picked at the laugh floor. I've tried so many times, and for some reason they never pick my joke. So this is my chance. This is my time. This is when it happens. I promise. See the Dapper Dans. A lot of times we don't really take time to explore Main Street. We just kind of zoom past it to get into the park or go in a shop or anything. We don't really take time to walk around and really take in Main Street. And so that's kind of goes into this Dapper Dan one. I can't remember the last time I actually saw the Dapper Dans in person. So I want to just take time to really soak in Main Street, and part of that is seeing the Dapper Dans. Ride a ride twice in a row without getting off. Me and my sisters have done this in the past, actually, with Everest. And so it doesn't have to be something that extreme, just even It's a Small World. But I just want to like get in a ride it through, stay on, ride it through again. I just think it'd be fun, and I know it's possible, so I'm going to try to do that. Do a backstage tour. See someone famous. Be the Rebel Spy on Star Tours. I love Star Tours. I love Star Wars. I've ridden that ride so I can't even tell you how many times. A bunch. But I've never been the Rebel Spy. So this is when it needs to happen. So if anyone has any tips of how to be the Rebel Spy, comment down below and tell me, because this is my chance. Meet a rare character. I don't know exactly what this means. I just want to meet a character that's not usually in the parks. Not a common princess. Not one of the Fab Five. Just someone that people don't really get to see. That's kind of exciting. So hopefully at a housing event, I hear they have rare characters sometimes. But we'll see. Have friends and family visit. Thankfully, I know that this is going to happen. My family will be visiting me during their spring break time. So I'm really excited to be able to see them. Also, I live in Georgia, so I live pretty close to Disney World. And a lot of our friends are actually going to be there anyway, and it just happens that I will be there too. So I'll actually get to see a lot of people that I know, which is really exciting. A couple of my friends are even making special trips just to visit me. Shout out to Marissa. So I'm really excited that they will be coming to see me. It makes being away from them all a little bit easier if I know that they're all coming to visit me and kind of experience me in my favorite place. So I'm really excited about that. Meet a Star Wars character. I love Star Wars. You can meet Chewbacca, you can meet Kylo Ren, BB-8 is there right now, so I'm really excited. Do the interactive pirate game in Magic Kingdom. They have a scavenger hunt that's pirate themed. So obviously I have to do it. Sorcerers of the Magic Kingdom. This goes along with the pirate game. It's like an interactive game that leads you throughout Magic Kingdom. I've never actually done it, but I've seen some other people do it before. And your starter cards are free, so I don't see why I wouldn't at least try it. Take a picture with all the walls. Okay, I know. This is like one of those like basic white girl things, but I'm gonna be living in Disney World. Honestly, I don't care. So the purple wall, the bubblegum wall, the moss wall, all the walls are getting pictures taken. And I'm probably gonna make all my friends and family take pictures there too. So stay tuned for that. There will be a lot of pictures taken at all of the fancy walls, which Disney has a lot of. Be an actor in Indiana Jones. This ride has been rumored to be closing for a long time, but I've never actually gotten to be in it. You have to be 18, and the last few times that I've been 18, they haven't chosen me. So this is my chance. Dapper Day. This is something I am so excited for. I've been excited for Dapper Day since it started, honestly. I love dressing up. I love vintage. I love Disney bounding as characters. So this is something I'm super excited for. So I'm not going to tell you anything about my outfit yet, even though I've bought some of the pieces already. But stay tuned for that because it will be very exciting. Become a wilderness explorer. I love Up, but more than anything, I love adventuring and exploring. So the fact that I'm going to be a wilderness explorer is super cool. You get to go around the park, you talk to cast members, you do little things, you learn about nature, and then they give you a sticker in your book, and you get to be a wilderness explorer. So very excited. I even have my own hat, so I'm ready. See Pandora. The last time I went with my dad, Pandora was not open yet. I could see some floating mountains over the tree line, but I've never been to Pandora, and I'm super excited. So this is definitely going to happen right away. Be in Enchanted Tales with Belle. I've never done this before. When the attraction opened, we were all a little too old, I guess, to do like a sitting down story kind of thing. But since you get to be in it, and you get to meet Belle in her gold dress afterwards, I definitely need to do this. Celebrate my birthday in the park. Oh, this is one of my favorite things on the list because I will actually be turning 21 during my Disney College program. I am so excited. Now, I don't drink or anything like that, so honestly the 21 doesn't really mean anything. But I'm super excited to be able to wear a birthday button and get to go around the parks and celebrate my birthday in my favorite place in the entire world. So I'm very excited to be doing that. So I already have some plans, so we'll see. I'm really, like I said, favorite thing on my entire list. Easter egg hunt in Epcot. Me and my dad did this last year. It was so fun. You get to look around. You get to see all the eggs. It's during the Flower and Garden Festival, so you get to experience that as well. And you get a little prize if you put all your stickers in the right place. So who doesn't love an Easter egg hunt? Brave spring training. This is another one of the most important things on my list. The reason me and my dad went to Disney last spring was actually to see the Braves for their spring training. We live right outside of Atlanta, so we root for the Braves. I grew up going to Braves games. And last year, we were actually afraid would be their last year since their contract ran out. But they actually decided this year would be their last year. So I'm really excited to be able to be there during their last training experience. And my dad will actually be making a trip down so that we can see them together. And so I'm really excited. The Flower and Garden Festival. This is something that goes on for a really long time. So I'm really excited to be able to see the topiaries and eat the food and take in all the flowers. I love spring. The Art Festival. Disney has their Festival of the Arts. And this is actually the second year that they're doing this. So I've never experienced it before. I really love art. Last year they had like a lot of Broadway singers come in sing, which Broadway is my absolute favorite. So I'm really excited to be able to experience something new. Pick up a shift in all 4 parks. Since I'm a merchandise cast member, my role is universally trained, which means that even if I'm not working in a merchandise location, I can trade for shifts there. But my goal is to work in all 4 parks because this is possibly the only time I'm ever a cast member in Walt Disney World like this. And so I really want to take advantage and be able to work in every single park because I have the opportunity. So I would really just like to be able to say that I've worked in every park. Go to SeaWorld. This is something that me and my family will do. Then come visit me. Visit the boardwalk. Eat at Cinderella's castle. I love Cinderella's royal table. There's princesses. You get to meet Cinderella. And you're eating in the castle. I mean, what can be better than that? And above all that, the food is amazing. So this is something that I really want to try to do on my program. Maybe get a couple of my roommates together or some friends and go and eat at Cinderella's castle. Right in the front row of Splash Mountain. Primetime PB&J milkshake. I've heard of this a million times, but I've never actually tried it. And I've heard it tastes exactly like a PB&J sandwich. So I just really want to try that. All right, and attend DCP graduation. So at the end of your program, you get to do the DCP graduation where they give you a little diploma and little hats with a tassel. And I just think it's a really fun and cute way to wrap up your Disney College program. Okay, that's actually only 83 items that I have 100 spots in my scrapbook, but I thought I would leave a couple spots open just so I could decide what I wanted to do with them later. But if you have any suggestions of things that I should make sure I do on my college program, please put them in the description down below. If you have any recommendations of how I can be the Rebel Spy, don't forget to comment that as well. Alright, so thank you guys for watching my Disney College program bucket list, and I will see you with the next adventure.